Let's go. Action.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Simple World Podcast. It's been a while, but we're finally back. I know you missed us. Last time I was here, I had barely got my truck. Now it's been 10 weeks since I started driving, and it's been a while. Johan's also been waiting on a pallet to get from Amazon so he can list his first items. So with that being said, we have new camera. We're testing out some audio equipment. We have an awesome new editor as well. We're going to keep him a secret because we want to keep him to ourselves. Now, with that being said, we do have our first guest of the show. His name is Luis Castro, also known as the Vicious Visuals.
Yes, sir. Here I am. My name's Luis, 21. Thanks again, Jose, for having me on.
No problem, man. So, like he said, he's 21 years old. Another goal of the podcast is to influence the younger people. We want to show you guys that, yes, even though it may take long to become successful, it doesn't mean you can do it early on. My friend here, Luis, has been doing a great job lately. So we're going to have him explain a little bit about what he does.
So brief description on what I do. I'm a photographer in the Central Valley area. My niche is usually like cars mainly and some people here and there. Yeah, and I just take pictures, yeah.
So I invited Luis because, like I said, I've seen him start since we were in high school. So can you tell us a little bit about what got you into this industry of pictures?
Yeah, it depends how far you want to go back.
Let's see. I want to know when you got your first camera.
Jeez, first camera, for sure. So my first camera was in high school. I want to say, I don't even know, 2017 maybe. So it started out as a Christmas gift. So my mom got me a watch, and I was like, one day, I was just like, I really like this watch, but it's not really making me any money, but it looks really good. And the next day, I went in my mom's room, and I was just like, hey, can you return the watch? It was a Citizen watch, super nice. And I was like, can you return it? And she was like, say less. Because it costed her a lot of money, and she knew that I really like photography, and she got me a Nikon D3400, yeah. That's how I got my first camera.
So when you first got your camera, did you know in the near future you're gonna pursue this as a business, or it was just a hobby back then?
No, not at all. Not even thinking about business or anything. I was just doing it for a senior project. Yeah, so I didn't even know anything. I didn't know anything about cameras, not even how to use it. I just got on and started playing with it, yeah.
So you had fun. So let's say 2017 was about 3 years ago. So what can you say you decided, you know what, maybe I could turn this into a source of income?
I wasn't even thinking about source of income at the time. I was more thinking about just getting better in general, like taking pictures, capturing the moment. I wasn't even thinking about nothing business-wise. I was just personal use at the time.
So you started off with free pictures with your friends, or because I do know you're kind of focused more into the car section. Did you start taking pictures of cars?
Yeah. I mean, at first it was landscape. I didn't really know anybody with cool cars, and then I kind of like met a couple people, and it was for free. Everything was for free. And it was just practice. I was just trying to get out there. I wasn't really charging anybody. Yeah.
Damn, man, I had a nice car. It never hit me up, to be honest.
What kind of car did you have?
I had a blue-purple Mustang.
Oh yeah, I think I remember. I think you got pulled over, and then.
Oh yeah. Must have been too late for that. But let's see. Tell us a little bit about. So you were doing it for a hobby for a while, and then when could you say you decided, you know what, I'm going to try and make you money off this?
When I decided I wanted to start making money off of it, it was when I was going to car shows, putting in my own time, just taking pictures. And then people was like, hey, let's do a shoot. And I'd be like, yeah. And then they kept coming back, and I was just like, hey, this ain't for free no more. And then I just started charging them. It was like way, way later in like my career, you know what I mean? So it wasn't until like a couple free shoots, like I want to say like 30, 40, 50 free shoots, just getting good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you, were you working at the time? Did you end up going to college?
Oh yeah, always working, always had a job. I did take a year off college, but then a couple things happened and I got straight back on. So I always had a job. It was never just photography, but it was a little side hustle. You know what I mean?
All right. So you're back in college now. Does photography take a lot of your time since we're in coronavirus and everything's online?
Yeah, honestly, photography does take more of my time than what school does. Not gonna lie, I did drop a class or two just to get work out of the way. You know what I mean? But I mean, I'm honestly thinking of it more as like more time so I can progress. Build more. Get out there more, and every time it's just like I don't know how to say, but I'm just trying to focus more on just building right now. Yeah.
What would you say is like the most important thing? Is it the money you're making or the relationships you're meeting people or getting to get?
I mean, it's a little bit of both right now. Just like meeting people is just like a really cool plus about it. Making the money is just, even nicer. But honestly, the gear wasn't cheap. So that's kind of like a reason why I have to charge. But yeah, it's honestly like two big pluses, you know?
So you see, you started 3 years ago with the first camera, and then you're doing it as a hobby. So how long would you say it took you when you decided to go full on to become like? Because honestly, guys, I think he's doing a great job on having him on Instagram. He stays pretty active. So how long would you say it took you to get to that point when you decided, you know what, I like this. I'm gonna go full head on with this. How long would you say that process took you?
I can't really put like a year or months on it, but I couldn't say that I was working at a job and I still had my old camera, my Nikon D3400. And at this job, I had like a lot of time, and I was just thinking like, well, I wasn't thinking people were hitting me up for like photo shoots, but I didn't have time because this job was only on the weekends. And I was just thinking like, if I quit this job, I could just easily do my own thing, make more money. And the first week I quit my job, I did make more money than I was before. And that, like after I saw those results, I was just like, full on, let's go. And after that, I never looked back.
Nice. And have you been enjoying it ever since you started? Do you regret, quitting your job?
Yeah, I enjoy every second of it, dude. It's just like meeting the people, like I said, networking. That's a really big plus. Like over this like past, I want to say like 7 months, I've met so many people, so much, like learned so much overall as well. So it's just like, I'm ready.
Is there any cool stories you have or any cool little? Because I know maybe you could get some hookups here and there by knowing so many people. Anything interesting you have to tell us?
Um, yeah, just recently, I got my own office, my own little home office, not home office, my own office in a facility that they do purely like car detailing, and it's an awesome opportunity. It's just like somewhere to like really focus and like grow. Yeah. So like through networking, I got an opportunity to get my own little office there, and I honestly really like it because we're actually doing a lot more. We're actually gonna start like vlogging, not just pictures. We're gonna go even more. So it's just like it's the next step.
So you were able to find something consistent then, not just bookings here and there. You found something consistent.
Oh yeah. Consistent. Heck yeah. Like they call me like every 3 week or not every 3 weeks, every 3 times a week. So something around there. So yeah, super consistent, more consistent than just like here and there. Cause I mean, photography does like have some slowdowns and sometimes it's like really good, but it's just like you got to find those companies that really need it. So, yeah.
Let them know how much your camera was, so they could know how big of a step you took to into this photography business.
So when I first got my camera, my first one was like I want to say around $800 from Costco. It was like a little bundle. It came with two lenses, a body, Nikon D3400, very beginner camera, and then I upgraded to a big Sony A7 III. The body alone is just 2,000 when I bought it. I'm pretty sure now it's a little cheaper. And then the lens I bought for it, it's cost me around 800. I think like total after tax, not like before. And then I bought another lens. It was like easy 4, and then like gear here and there. It just adds up. You know what I mean? I want to say like, and then the computer. That's also another big thing. Computer, monitor, keyboard, mouse, everything. It costed more like I want to say more than 6,000. Everything. Yeah. And I mean, I didn't really have a good paying job, so like, I had to borrow money here and there, but it's paid off already.
So there you go, $6,000 invested, and like he said, it's paying off. So was that a big risk, or did you know you know what, I see a future in this. I know it's gonna work. Did you take a calculated risk, or did you just go blindsided?
The thing about that risk, yeah, it was a huge risk for me. When I quit, before I quit my job, I was telling my mom like, "Hey, I'm gonna quit my job. Is that okay?" Because I was like paying here and there for a couple things, helping them out. And my mom was like, I don't really know. You got to pay your insurance, this and that. And I was like, but I know I can do it. I mean, I did do it, but like it wasn't consistent money, like you said. So it was a very blind risk, but at the end, like I trusted myself and it ended up paying off. Yeah.
Nice. So give props to Luis, guys. Leave some likes or comments, because to be honest, it does take a lot of courage to do that. $6,000 is not a small amount of money. And like I said, he's been doing a great job ever since I've been seeing his Instagram. Been killing it. Unfortunately, I don't have a nice car to let you take pictures of. But anything else you would like to add for anyone that's kind of interested in being a photographer early on? Any tips you could give them?
Yeah, definitely some tips. So just to get more clients in general, go to car shows, shoot cars that have like the little ads on their cars, take pictures, edit them really good, send them your work, and sometimes they'll hire you. Also networking, meeting people. Sometimes everybody's a client. You got to think about it like that. Everybody can be a client. Everybody needs pictures. Not everybody, but some people want pictures. You know what I mean? Families, businesses, cars, anything, landscape, real estate, anything. The market's huge. You just need to get out there and like punch in.
Would you say there's any age restriction to doing this?
No, definitely not. Honestly, you can start whatever age. You just need to. Honestly, I had somebody teach me. His name's Elias Pasillas. He was, I want to say still is, one of like the best photographers I know. He does like a lot of weddings. He was rated like top 5, I think, in Central Valley of wedding photographers. So really good. And that guy kind of like built my foundation like to learn on. He taught me how to use the camera manual mode. And ever since then, like, yeah, I mean, it really helped a lot. But like I said, any age you can start.
All right, and then something important. Did that guy find you, or did you look for him? Because a lot of people, how am I going to find someone to teach me?
Yeah, definitely. Well, thing was, he was my wrestling coach. So it was quick right there. So he was like quick to help me. So I got pretty lucky finding him.
Would you say, because anyone reach out to you for any tips if they want help with any of the pictures?
I mean, some people do ask me like what kind of hardware I use or what editing I use, but I mean, everybody uses Lightroom or Photoshop. Those are like the 2 best ones to use. So, you know.
Nice, man. Well, there you guys have it, man. Great story by Luis. Any other tips you would like to give, or any plugs where they could follow you?
Yeah, follow my Instagram at the Vicious Visual. You'll see everything there. I got 2 accounts, one for people, one for cars. But yeah, just follow me, and if you follow me right now, I'll follow you back probably.
All right, man. Thank you guys for watching. That was episode 2 of the Simple World Podcast. Remember, we're trying to inspire the young people that you guys can get this going. Honestly, people say it takes a while, but with the certain kind of help, we can get this started in 6 months to a year. So don't think you're too young, and keep on liking and subscribing. Thank you guys for the support.